Namaskar, I am Prakash, Astrologer, presenting you monthly forecast month of September 2020. For all the predictions are based on your moon sign. All the predictions are based on Vedic astrology. You can follow these predictions according to your moon sign as well as according to your ascendant, according to your lagna. All the predictions based on Indian Vedic astrology, task, precaution, chanting, and the complete forecast. Month of September 2020, monthly forecast for all of you. Let's talk about Libra for the month of September. Transit of Venus for Libra in 10th house. 1st September till 28th September. When the Venus is transiting in 10th house, Libra, you come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Venus in 10th house from your moon sign. When the Venus is transiting in 10th house from your moon sign, this brings in mental anguish, agitation, restlessness. When the Venus transits 10th house from your moon sign, physical health is also suffering during this phase of time. You have to take extra care with your finance and try to avoid any kind of loans. You're likely to be under debt under this phase of time. You have to be extra careful. Beware of enemies and avoid any unnecessary discussion, useless discussions. It might lead to living argument or conflict with a number of peoples. Be careful to avoid any defamation, humiliation in society. You have to be very careful about your decision choices. You're taking any steps. When the Venus transit 10th house, be cautious while handling your own people, professionally, personally. And if there's any misunderstanding with anybody, you got to sort it out. Politically, situation can be sensitive, personally and professionally. Avoid all kind of arguments with your family members, with your professional people, colleagues, if you're in a joint venture, your business partner, and try to keep a healthy equilibrium balance in the relationship, personally and professionally. You're likely to face trouble caused by higher authorities of chosen field, and sometimes government authorities can try to punish you, or higher authority will try to punish you if you're working for a company. Your boss will not be very satisfied. You may have to put extra hours or extra hard work to meet your objective in all your undertaking. You have to be careful. So whatever you want to achieve, be extra careful. Transit of Mercury in 12th house, 2nd September till 22nd September. When the Mercury transiting in 12th house, you'll come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Mercury in 12th house from your moon sign. Transit of Mercury in 12th house from your moon sign. When the Mercury transit in 12th house from your moon sign, this donate expenses for you. And expenses can be higher and higher than your imagination. You have to spend more than expected in order to live comfortably. When the Mercury transit in 12th house, stay away from any litigation. When the Mercury transit in 12th house from your moon sign, this may also cause some loss of money due to litigation, due to legal conflicts. When the Mercury transit 12th house from your moon sign, you have to take extra care in accomplishing your task undertaken by you. And you have to be very, very focused and determined what you want to achieve. When the Mercury transit in 12th house, beware of enemies and stay out their way in order to avoid any humiliation. Hold on to respect and honor and try to keep your honor in society. When the Mercury transit in 12th house, you could be mentally very disturbed due to several reasons. You're susceptible to be worrying a lot of things and restless during this phase of time. When the Mercury transit in 12th house, you're also likely to be distressed and feel discontented during this phase of time. You're also likely to lose interest in day-to-day life. A feeling of sickness and suffering may trouble you during this phase of time and point of time. The Mercury transit in 12th house from your moon sign. Be extra careful. When the Mercury transiting in 12th house, it can create a vacuum in your life between you and the people around you. So be careful. Libra transit of Sun in 12th house, 16th September till 17th October. When the Sun is transiting in 12th house, you come across these kind of scenario situations. Transit of Sun in 12th house. When the Sun is transiting 12th house from your moon sign, this particular period signifies monetary challenges. You'd have to take extra care while handling finances during this phase of time. If employed, you may find yourself having a bit of a hard time with your employer, and people will not appreciate your hard work when the Sun is transit 12th house. You may feel a threat of being given less responsibility or less pay. Do not get disheartened if your efforts and hard work do not give you that desired result at this time, especially when the sun is transiting in 12th house from your moon sign. When the sun is transiting 12th house from your sign, if you're into trade, you have to go through quite a few setbacks. Be careful with your dealings. The spirit also taking care of very rough weather socially. Avoid arguments with people around you. Living conflict with friends should be avoided. Living argument or conflict with seniors should be avoided. If you end up in a conflict, you will only be a loser, nothing else. Last thing, you need a conflict at this particular time. Don't bother with conflict, especially when the sun is in the 12th house. You may have to if you're taking long trips, and sometimes the long trips will not bring any result to you, especially if you're going for a business travel. It will just waste your money, waste your time, achieve is almost zero. So avoid activity that involve physical risk. Make safety your first priority. When the sun is transiting 12th house, taking care of your health and the family. You may be developing a fever, stomach problems, some discomfort in your eyesight, discontentment during this phase of time that will affect your peace or harmony at home. When the sun is transiting in 12th house. Libra monthly conclusion in the month of September. In this coming month, September, result of Mars in 7th house. You have to be very careful about your word of speech and look after your personal relationship and business relationship. And do take care of your health. Do watch your word of speech and refrain from any foul temper or out of control aggression. Don't ridicule anybody with your word of speech. If you're talking to authorities, be careful. In this coming month, September, result of Rahu in 9th house. Misfortune and disappointment may plague you, and some sort of a living conflict can occur between you and the young people. And refrain from any kind of accident and travel only if you think it's a necessity if it's very, very necessary to travel. Necessity is always there. In the month of September, Jupiter is in 3rd house. Association with good people, knowledgeable people, always be unique. And communication will provide you gains. And you'll have an inclination toward virtuous deeds. In the month of September, Saturn's position in 4th house. Land or property or vehicle can cause tension. And you may suffer from a lot of anguish. Beware of thieves and thugs or opponents. In the month of September, Mercury position in 11th house. You will achieve the gain only with your efforts. And travel and business will grant you financial backing, but with a lot of effort. Your dignity and status will be enhanced. Again, effort is required. You will be able to fulfill your desires as long as your efforts are there. In the month of September, result of Ketu in 3rd house. Do watch your communication with people around you. And do watch your conduct and behavior. And don't take everything lightly, no. The result of Venus in 10th house in September. You'll enjoy happiness. There will be acquisition of comfort, material comfort. You'll be able to dominate your opponents. Journeys will bring gains. And there'll be gain of dignity and get a professional elevation. In this coming month of September 2020, the result of Sun in 11th house. There would be income from business and other undertakings. Your status in society would be rising. You have a harmony with friends. You may acquire a comfort. You will have an inclination to do virtuous deeds. Health of the family member will be okay. In the month of September, the moon position in 5th house. You have a comfort from the family and there will be gain in name and fame as long as your efforts are there. And your vision will be improving. Your thinking power will be rising. In the month of September, result of Mars again in 7th house. Refrain from foul word or speech. Do watch your behavior, presentation, mingling and dealing with people. Look after your health. And sometimes you will suffer from mental anguish. And refrain from foul company. With the help of task precaution chanting, you can sort out yourself. You must sort out your Mars, Rahu in the month of September for prevention of any kind of professional losses or financial losses or building debts or lack of flow of income. And you must sort out your Mars and Rahu for your peace of mind and harmony, happiness. With the help of task precaution chanting, you can sort out these planets for the best and achieve your best. Why don't you go to the website and acquire the full monthly forecast report and implement the whole report and learning in the coming month, and deal with these two planets, position of Mars and Rahu, which have acute positions, and achieve your best. Thanks for watching this monthly video. Would you like to know more about what this coming month is going to bring for you regarding your job, business, profession, career, financial backing? Would you like to know how you're going to do in this coming month regarding your romantic life, love life? Would you like to know more about the events happening in this coming month? Would you like to have some guidance regarding your decision-making strategies or choices-making strategies and how you can resolve your problems, complications, hassles, obstacles, waste of time, delays in this coming month? If your answer is yes, then what you're waiting for? Please get your very thorough Moon Sign Monthly Horoscope report on the video as well as written. And do visit my website, astrology-services.com. I want your best in this coming month. I want you to achieve the best in this coming month.